What's good with you? This Coach Hamm, aka Namaste Thug. Something so prevalent in the black community. And I'm just saying black because I personally experienced it. Our men, we're not allowed to express our emotions. We're not allowed to be vulnerable, and we're not allowed to cry. Why is that? Why can't we give ourselves that space to cry? I'm not saying all the time. We can't cry more than our women, but we can show emotions. If I lose $350,000, I might cry about that. If I lose my chick, I might cry about that. If I lose my house, I might cry about that. So why can't we sometimes use some tears when we're talking to our woman about how we really feeling, and let those tears free us up and give you space? For a while, I wouldn't let myself cry. I felt like I'm a man. I shouldn't be crying. If I cry, I'm a punk. You feel me? That's a BS belief system that we have, that we shouldn't cry, that we shouldn't express ourselves. When we cry, it's a certain detox that only come out through our tears. And that kind of relieves that pressure that's in our brain coming from how we feeling about ourselves, based off a belief system that we probably was raised with. Our uncles probably could have gave it to us. Our granddaddy probably could have gave it to us. Or even the people in the neighborhood probably gave us that mentality of how a man supposed to be. That was way back in the 70s and the 80s. Let's compare it to now. That belief system that they gave you, is it still working? But granddad was paying all the bills, but grandma wasn't going nowhere. You follow me? So they finances is what made them a man. Them working hard made them a man. We got women working not hard, but even harder than us. So how can we calibrate that? By being more sensitive to our emotional side, through communicating truthfully. Women, I'm talking to my men, women are reared to communicate. So when we outside playing football, basketball, some type of sport, they're in the house being taught how to play house. They got Barbie dolls, they got irons, they got fake refrigerators. They're being taught that. We're being taught how to play, how to be a player, how to play a PlayStation, how to play basketball better, how to play football better, how to do whatever better, but they're not teaching us communicative skills. We have to learn to sit down for a second, breathe it in, chew that up in our mental mouth before I judge it. Because when we judge it, it's coming from an old system that might not work for us. So before we judge it, let's just analyze it, chew it up. Think about it from your own experience or your own truth, how much sense it can make. Whatever you need that makes sense, swallow it. Whatever don't make sense, spit that crap out. You don't have to chastise them, but just listen for understanding. Don't listen to check. Don't listen to pop off. Listen for understanding. And listening isn't waiting to interrupt. It's actually listening and letting that person finish their dialogue and let it dissolve in your mental mouth and see how much truth in it from your experience. And then have a conversation to see what the differences is. It's not about right or wrong. It's not about who's right and who's wrong. To me, it's about coming to a solution that gives us a common ground to see how we can move forward. To get a solution. Not say, aha, I told you I was right, I was wrong. We don't want to make nobody feel defensive. That's not what we want. Fellas, we have to open up to our women and allow them to express their emotion any way they choose to. There's a hidden message in that if you're paying attention. I was raised by women, so I understand how they communicate indirectly. Are you thirsty? Really meaning she's thirsty, but we're not getting that. Are you hungry? She's really saying, I'm hungry. We have to read between the lines to understand our women. If we don't understand our women, we're going to push them away. And once we push them away, we can't pull them back. So fellas, I'm begging you. I'm asking you from myself being an unconscious man, not woke, to not me waking myself up. with the proper exercise, the proper breathing, the proper nutrition, getting the right amount of sleep. That's very important, getting that sleep to reset that body. Making sure my sugar isn't dropping. And making sure I'm communicating my truth. My truth. Not just what I think somebody want to hear. My truth in a very respectful way. And if I need to shed a tear or two, because I can't quite elaborate what's in my mind out my mouth and it might aggravate me, you can shed a tear or two just to get that pressure out the way so we can continue with our conversation. Let's stop being so stubborn and so egotistical and keeping our mouth shut. If we want something from that woman, we got all kind of game, we got all kind of talk. When she bring a situation to us and wants to communicate our truth, we clam up. Be a man when you standing up and when you laying down. You dig? Breathe. Accept yourself. And if you feel like within your soul you want to cry, let it out. And let me know how you feel if you cry, when you cry. That don't make you less of a man. I think real men cry at the right appropriate time. Let me know how you feel. Leave some comments in the box below. Follow me, subscribe. Let's start a dialogue. It ain't about me. It's about us. I'm speaking my truth to show you it's okay to speak your truth. Coach Hamm, Namaste Thug. And remember, your health is your wealth. And I apologize about that noise, but I love being outside. Don't let it deter you. Spend some time in meditation and thought and listen to the chaos that goes on in your brain. Don't judge it. Pay attention to it. And once you do, you'll be surprised how that fight or flight will leave you. And that peace and calm will meet you. Namaste Thug. Peace.